Apecoin pretty past value examination. According to the latest data aggregated, the continuous expense of Apecoin especially is 577, and Gorilla in a real sense is at present situated in the entire crypto climate, which certainly is very critical. The stream supply of Apecoin sort of is 306,875,000, with a market cap of 1,770,499,601 or so. They in a real sense thought in the past 24 hours, the crypto essentially has been reduced by 598 in its continuous genuinely worth, in an unobtrusive manner, expecting we in every practical sense. Ponder the continuous business area cap of the primate. With yesterday's you can by and large see that the market cap generally is moreover down from latest 7 days. The primate for the most part was in every way that really matters extraordinary, by and large vertical example, and extended by 3557 in an essentially enormous manner. Apecoin certainly has shown solid areas for especially of late, and this could be good, a sort of entryway to make a plunge, and for the most part contribute in an unpretentious manner. Apecoin chimp value gauge July 2022. For July, the expense of Apecoin by and large is expected to show up at a run-of-the-mill month to month, actually the uttermost in a real sense spans of 518. While the coin will trade between a constraint of 532 and something like 468 in an unpretentious manner. Apecoin value forecast August 2022. The expense of Apecoin for the most part is expected to sort of reach at the actual sort of the least fundamentally worth of 508 in 2022. The Gorilla cost could generally show up at a biggest especially worth of 558, with the run-of-the-mill trading cost of 533. All through 2022 Apecoin value expectation September 2022. The expense of Apecoin most certainly is expected to really arrive at in any event worth of 530 in 2022, which is genuinely huge. The Gorilla cost could really show up at a generally sort of outrageous worth of 580, with the run-of-the-mill trading cost of 554 all through 2022. Which truly is genuinely critical. Apecoin value conjecture October 2022. The ordinary expense of Apecoin chimp could go to 571, toward October's end chimp could basically be trading around a generally outrageous really worth of 602. With the base expected cost of 551. Apecoin value conjecture November 2022. The very typical expense of Apecoin primate could go to 582 toward November's end. Gorilla could fundamentally be trading around a generally kind of outrageous truly worth of 630 with the base expected cost of 563. In spite of prevalent thinking. Apecoin chimp value conjecture December 2022. For December the expense of Apecoin is expected to in a real sense show up at an ordinary month to month, fundamentally the uttermost compasses of 600, while the coin will trade between a constraint of 659 and no less than 580. Apecoin value estimate 2022 facts. What will really be Apecoin worth in 2022? In a quite enormous manner, the primate cost basically is assessed to in every practical sense show up at a most fundamentally outrageous level of 659, with outright smallest expense of 580. Close to the completion of 2022 or so. They in every practical sense thought, does Apecoin generally have a future? Incredibly, to the extent that worth Apecoin for the most part has an excellent truly potential to essentially show up at new levels, which certainly is genuinely critical. Gauge Gorilla will augment in regard which in every practical sense is genuinely critical, as shown by unambiguous trained professionals and business specialists. Apecoin can generally make some waves in and out of town. Cost of 0.000000000 till 2030. In opposition to prevalent thinking, is Apecoin worth buying in 2022, which especially is very critical. Apecoin's worth explicitly should generally continue to develop as need will and truly broad stimulate cost ascend in an extremely significant manner. Sympathetically note there really is a bet to any endeavor or so they in a real sense thought just especially placed assets into what you can especially accomplish before arriving at any goals and exceptionally direct. The best assessment possible. Apecoin value figure January 2023. the in every way that really matters typical expense of Apecoin primate could generally go to 630 toward January's end. Primate could especially be trading around a biggest kind of worth of 648, with the base expected cost of 570. Which fundamentally is very critical. Apecoin chimp value gauge February 2023. For February, the expense of Apecoin is expected to generally show up at a common month to month, certainly the uttermost for the most part reaches of 649, while the coin will trade between a constraint of 679 and no less than 619. In a truly significant manner, Apecoin value expectation walk 2023. The expense of Apecoin is expected to in a real sense reach at the actually the most unworth of 638 in 2023. In a huge manner the gorilla cost could by and large show up at a generally especially outrageous especially worth of 712, with the normal trading cost of 662 all through 2023. In every practical sense, enormous way. Apecoin gorilla value figure April 2023. For April the expense of Apecoin especially is expected to fundamentally show up at a commonplace month to month, sort of the furthest, for the most part reaches of 688, while the coin will trade between a restriction of 745 and something like 658. Apecoin value forecast, May 2023. The expense of Apecoin essentially is expected to fundamentally reach at the extremely outright, least for the most part worth of 679 in 2023. Which fundamentally is very huge. The primate cost could really show up at a biggest worth of 779. With the ordinary trading cost of 709 all through 2023, which is genuinely huge. Apecoin value expectation June 2023. The expense of Apecoin in a real sense is expected to by and large reach at the actual sort of the most unworth of 699 in 2023. In an unpretentious manner the gorilla cost could really show up at a generally in every practical sense, outrageous in every way that really matters worth of 808. With the common trading cost of 723 all through 2023, in a by and large huge manner. Apecoin primate value estimate July 2023. For July, the expense of Apecoin sort of is expected to show up at a commonplace month to month, sort of the uttermost spans of 738, while the coin will trade between a restriction of 837 and something like 714. Apecoin value conjecture, August 2023. The genuinely typical expense of Apecoin chimp could for the most part go to 752 toward August's end. Chimp could basically be trading around a generally outrageous kind of worth of 866, with the base expected cost of 728. Apecoin chimp value conjecture September 2023. For September, the expense of Apecoin basically is expected to especially show up at a commonplace month to month farthest,